Hi, I'm Nick Natarella with AdWise Creative. So how do you start a podcast and make money? Well, honestly, most people are doing it wrong. If you want to set up a podcast for your business, there is a streamlined way to get up and running and make money for your business. It's a very common question, and we will show you how to set it up, connect with your listeners, and get up and running and contributing to your business a lot faster than most will tell you. Coming up next. By the end of this video, you are going to have the keys to the kingdom and know how to set up your business podcast in such a way that you will be bringing in clients on a regular basis. And it will turn your podcast into a lead generating machine. Let's get started. Step one, and the most important step that rules all the other steps, focus your podcast on your customer. It would be so easy to take your business as the focus of the podcast, and ultimately what happens is your podcast devolves into just a 10, 15, 20 minute, 30 minute brag fest about your business. Unfortunately, that's not going to sustain you, and customers are going to sniff that out very quickly, very easily, and it's not going to live a very long life. You will be losing listeners faster than you can probably get them. It'll be good for a little while, but when you have this me, us, this is what we do attitude, again, people sniff it out and it really doesn't help them. And they get kind of sick and tired. Imagine, if you would, imagine like QVC. Imagine if QVC just talked about the product. I mean, it's a 30-minute ad, yes, but they turn it around. They turn it and the focus is now on the person buying. What are they going to like about this product? How is it going to change their life? That becomes the focus of your podcast. Yes, you are the business that provides that, but it's not about you, it's about them. And a lot of advertising in general focuses on the business. We do this, we do this, we do this. And on Tuesdays, there's even free tacos. That doesn't help the customer. Focus, turn the light around, and focus on your customer and what they want, what they need, and what transformation they are looking for. And that's what's going to sustain your podcast. How does your business help them? What is the big transformation that they're looking for? This is one of the key questions. They come to you not because you are a fitness coach. They don't come to you because you are a financial planner, or you are a life coach, or you have a dry cleaners. Why do they come to you? They come to you because they want to retire early, because they want to lose weight and get in shape, because they want to wear incredible clothes, and when they walk into the room, it's going to look good and they're going to feel great wearing it. You are the vehicle to make that happen, and when you show them that you're the only one that can do that for them, that's when you really start to score big. One of the biggest questions you can ask yourself, and do both sides, there are two sides to this. First, what is their life like right now? What are they going through? What are the stressors on their mind right now? Are they losing sleep over this? And by this, I mean specifically what service or product do you provide? How is that weighing heavily on their mind or on their heart? Now, let's assume today they bought from you, whatever it was. Either engaged your services or bought a product or something like that. Now, let's fast forward a month, 6 months, a year from now, whatever. Now, how is their life different? Compare and contrast those two, especially in relationship to their goals. What is their life like beforehand, the stress, the angst? What is their life afterwards, now that they've got you retained for whatever it is? Are they sleeping at night? Are they able to retire a lot sooner than they thought they were? Have they lost 25 pounds? Whatever the case may be, compare and contrast those two things, and that will really get your head screwed on as to which direction that your podcast should go. And of course, it all boils down to what is it that your service or your products can help them to achieve that. The best way I can look at this, the best way to describe this entire mental shift is think of Star Wars. We have Luke Skywalker. And then along comes Obi-Wan Kenobi to advise Luke Skywalker on how to achieve what it is he needs to achieve, blowing up the Death Star, right? Okay, so now think of it this way. If we only had Obi-Wan Kenobi, it'd be a 10-minute movie. He can hop in the X-Wing fighter, zip across the Death Star, fire a couple missiles, boom, we're done, go home. You haven't even cracked the top of your popcorn or your soda, right? Well, to your listeners, to your customers, they are the Luke Skywalker. They're the hero of the movie in their own mind. They're the hero of their own movie. You are the Obi-Wan Kenobi to guide them and direct them. If you can take that back seat and put them front and center in the movie, you're going to have a much more successful podcast, especially when it comes to using your business as the vehicle. The best way to sum it up is in the word teach. You're going to teach them what they need to know in order to be successful at whatever it is that they're coming to you for. That serves several purposes. Number one, if there are people who really think that they can do what you do without hiring you, fine, let them. Go right ahead. You don't need them as a client. Number two, a lot of people are going to sit there and go, oh, well, that's kind of cool. That resonates with me. I want to hire you to do it for me. Because those are the really good customers and clients, the ones who see your value, understand the method, and hire you to do it for them anyway. Exactly what your podcast was built for more clients and customers. And number three, since they've already bought in, there is nothing to resell them on. They understand the process. And one of the coolest things is you don't have to worry about selling them anything. They already know that at this stage they need to buy that, and at this stage they need to buy that, because you've already educated them on the entire process of whatever it is you're doing for them, whether it be weight loss or financial advice or anything along those lines. You're being very upfront. And that takes 99.9% of the pressure off of you to sell. You don't sell. You just bring it up when it needs to be brought up. They're on board. Go for it. You execute the next step in the plan, whatever it may be. Does this make sense? We're kind of looking at it from a very high level, but when you get this down to a focus and turn it on so that your clients and your customers are the focus, it becomes really very easy. Make a comment down below. Is there something that you need a little bit deeper dive on? Let me know what I can cover for you. This channel is all about you and how to get your business up and running with a podcast or YouTube channel or your blogging. Let me know down below, because I want to be sure to get you what you need. One of the elements that I cannot stress enough is doing the proper SEO research so you know you are answering questions that people in your customers' shoes are looking to answer, whatever it is in your field. Again, financial advisor, they're asking about investment advice, losing weight, exercise routines, anything along those lines that fits with what you're doing. The best way to do it is like go to Google or use SEMrush, and it's an SEO program, and you can type in just a couple keywords. Let's say fitness instructor or personal coach, something along those lines that applies to you. And then click on a button that says questions and see the questions that people are asking. You want to use those exact words in the title of your videos, or in your podcast episodes, or in your blog articles. Use those exact words as that episode's title. And then you just answer it the way you would normally answer it. If it falls into your jurisdiction, go for it. Use that as a jumpstart to create all of your content, both podcasts, videos, blog articles, all of that kind of stuff. And that way you are automatically connecting with your potential client before they even contact you. They have a specific question, that's your specific title. Here's your answer. Oh, that makes sense. And when you connect like that with all the other competition, not even on the search engine results page, it's a no-brainer that they need to come to you. You asked specifically, and that's how you found this video, how do you make money with your podcast? Well, most gurus will teach you that it's all about a lot of downloads and a lot of listeners, and that way advertisers will start to come your way, because now that they know that you have eyes or ears that can connect with their product or services, now they're going to start running commercials either before, during, or after your podcast. That's the very typical advertising round. It's very much like TV. ABC, NBC, CBS, all the networks, they produce shows so people will watch. And what they're selling to the advertisers are the eyes or ears that would be reaching, that would be viewing or listening to their advertising. That's the connection there with networks and advertisers. That's how it works. That's the business of network advertising. What you're going to do, on the other hand, that would typically take tens, if not hundreds of thousands of downloads and listens before advertisers will even pay attention to you. I mean, face it, if you've got like 8, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 subscribers, you really can't justify charging them, say, $300 for a commercial. That doesn't work, okay? They want to know that they're getting some bang for their buck. So instead, what you're going to do is follow the other route. You're going to connect with people who want your services. That's why this is a business podcast. You're going to start teaching them about the business in general, but we're really talking about yours. And that way, when they need it, they call you. One, you need tens of hundreds of thousands of views before you can make money. The other, when you connect with the questions that they're asking, you probably need about 100 views, probably 100, and you should be able to get a client by that point. It's a very different business model and a different mindset that helps you with your business a lot faster. When you're in the business of podcasting, it takes a while. When you're in a business podcast, you're bringing in clients very quickly, a lot quicker than trying to generate an audience. I mean, a very typical closing ratio would be like 1%, right? Well, out of just 1% with 100 views, like I said earlier, you might land a client. That is a much easier ratio to deal with than having to build up to hundreds of thousands of views and downloads before advertisers will start to advertise with you. Very different focus, very different business model, but it pays off a lot sooner. Now, all of this presupposes that you've already got either a sales funnel or a value ladder already in place. If this is something that you don't have, if you don't have, say, a funnel or anything like that in place to get people to go from viewer, from listener, into a client relationship and start developing and nurturing that relationship, because people buy because they know, like, and trust you. So you need that relationship in place. If you need to talk about a funnel, an offer I have for you to get that established, to get your value ladder put together, and to give you a roadmap to success beyond what is this podcast generating? Leads and clients. Well, to take them through the lead and client process, I'm offering you a free consultation call. It's normally a $997 value, but because you listened this far and you found me on YouTube, I'm going to offer you that for free today. The link is down below. Schedule your time on the calendar and we'll be able to get through and we can talk about your value ladder, your sales funnel, and what you need in place to make all of this work. Thank you very much. I hope you found this valuable. Did it help you out? Just make a comment below. Thank you very much. I'm Nick Nettarella. Thank you for watching.